It is now time for the co-main event of the evening. Please welcome, making his way to the blue corner, Bill Smith.
Dakota main event this evening. I'm joined again by Dakota Bush. Thank you again for joining me.
Yeah, no problem.
And Bill Smith is coming out of Legends MMA, Joe Warden's gym. Has a record of 2-1, claims to have a freestyle fighting base. His keys to victory tonight are composure, cardio, and his jiu-jitsu. He noted in his pre-fight interview and the paperwork I got from him that he's added more strength training since his last debut, or since his last fight. So it'll be interesting to see what he brings in. At 2-1, he's got a couple victories, he's got a loss. So that first loss, you ask yourself a lot of questions. And whenever you come back from those, did you answer them?
Yeah, and that's probably why he added more strength and conditioning. Maybe he got out-wrestled and he couldn't get up, or he was feeling, he was lacking in the strength department. So it'll be interesting to see what improvements that helped him with.
That first loss, it's important to get as an AMMY. It sucks when you get it, but it tells you what you need to know. It lets you look at other things. If there's things you weren't adding or you were wondering about adding, for me as a pro, it was adding the gi. I didn't want to wear the gi. I put it on later, and it's something I should have done a lot earlier. So
there's always morsels you could take from every art, and that's why it's mixed martial arts. And like you said, a loss is it's crucial to help you build to the next level. Very rarely are guys finishing Khabib style, 29-0.
And now his opponent, making his way to the red corner, Todd Mikel.
Todd Mikel comes to us out of St. Louis with River City MMA. His fighting style is kickboxing. He's got a record of 1-1, but this is his MMA debut, so his 1-1 is in K1. He said that coming off of his last 2 bouts and coming into his MMA debut, he spent a lot more hours and focus in the gym than he usually does. I mean, what you'll need to if you're going to add the other elements to this game.
Yeah, you have to be obsessed with this. This is not a sport where you can have one foot in the door and one foot out. You have to buy in and sell out if you want to be successful.
Completely agree. He's coming down here, and head coach is Eric Clarkson. First River City MMA fighter tonight. And most of them have been down here from this area, and it looks like there's a lot of young talent in this area for Farmington as far as legends. You got Victory, you got Parabellum. I mean, how far away is Cuba from here? I don't have a map.
It's probably about an hour or so, but in our region where we are at, Cuba's in the middle of Missouri, so it's hard, to get any close fights anymore. So anything within an hour, 2-hour driving distance is beautiful for, fighters that are trying to come up in the AMMY ranks.
And that's what's been great about this Farmington card down here, is giving these guys more opportunity to have something local.
And it's great, you get to see new eyes on the sport, spreading, a lot of knowledge out here to people that maybe never seen a live show or even been to a show before.
Yeah, good point. So if these guys fight next time, December 11th in St. Louis, and then one of these guys are on it, they can't make the trip, they'll feel comfortable ordering the pay-per-view.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the NFA 7 co-main event of the evening. It is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the NFA lightweight division, brought to you tonight by Bullpen Sports Bar, the official after-party of NFA 7. And now, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5'10", weight in 154 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 2 wins, 1 defeat. Representing Legends MMA and fighting out of Farmington, Missouri, Bill Smith. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is a mixed martial artist standing 5'10", weight in 156 pounds. Tonight, he is making his amateur debut. Representing River City MMA and fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Todd Showstopper Mikel. Your referee, Zach Tybris.
Smith definitely getting the hometown crowd behind him. Touch of gloves and we're off. Mikel takes the center, throwing out some little feeler jabs.
He's definitely got that kickboxing style.
Yeah, he's on the leg, but thing about kicks in MMA is they give up takedowns if you're not careful. Timed really well by Smith.
And we'll see if that extra work in the gym will get him prepared for the grappling.
Oh, good transition. Went from half guard straight to mount. Looking for the grapevine.
Giving him the back here, flattening him out.
This might be it. This is hard to get out of.
He's got the choke lock. I think he's on the chin. He's fighting the hand well. And
that angle, it almost looks more like a crank. Oh, he got it.
Yep.
Solid win by Bill Smith. Once again, that wasn't really something you saw early in the AMMY careers, is a progression like that.
Yeah,
Time to kick, takedown.
Worked through, like you said, the steps. He worked from half guard to a knee slice to mount and got him to turn over and flatten him out and, did everything proper to get the finish.
I mean, that was very technical. It wasn't no accidental scramble where someone ended up on top. And you could just tell that's something that he works on in the gym. That's probably the things he looks for, his bread and butter, is that progression. It does a lot for you if you know where you're going.
Yeah, that's MMA, and to a T. You got to know the next thing you're doing. You got to, it's chess, you're 2 moves ahead of your opponent. And when you can really put that together, you're usually going to be coming out the victor.
And balancing, not doing it too quick, because to force a position, that usually ends up bad. You end up over the back or you end up falling off of them. He did a really good job there. I was waiting when it hit the ground for Todd Mikel to scramble and kind of get loose at first, because if you get mount in that first minute, there's a lot of energy still that they can spaz out with, but he did a good job of holding him down and moving and taking his back and then finding that choke. He moves to 3-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee set timer is called to stop the fight. 1 minute, 8 seconds in the very first round. Declaring your winner by tap out in a rear naked choke, Bill Smith.